A long time ago, a Scandinavian king had an unhappy daughter. He desperately wanted her to marry, but every suitor who came before her was sent away.
I welcome you into my palace. I feel that today is going to be a lucky day because my charming, wonderful, picky daughter will finally find her husband. I know many of you have come from very far away for your chance to woo her, so please come forward and form a line to meet the princess.
And so, a procession of barons, counts, and nobles all tried, but none could keep the princess's gaze for more than a fleeting moment.
Is no one good enough for you? You should be married like other people. There is nothing for which to wait. You are old enough. You won't be any richer. Half the kingdom is yours. If you will not choose one for yourself, I will make you marry someone. What do you say to that?
No!
Hear this! Beginning this Sunday after service and any Sunday after, from the steps outside the church, he who can make my daughter laugh shall have both her and half the kingdom. But if there is anyone who tries and cannot make her laugh, he will have 3 strips cut out of his back and salt rubbed into them. We'll find you a husband yet.
In a nearby village, a man lived with his 3 adult sons, and when they heard about the king's proposition, they all grew very excited.
Have you heard? Whoever can make the princess laugh inherits half the kingdom.
You think you can make her laugh? I've heard she's the saddest thing in the kingdom, and when she's not sad, she's bored. Sounds like a fine wife.
Half the kingdom.
For half the kingdom, I could marry a sad, bored princess.
I can make her laugh.
Then you should go make her laugh.
You'll get your back cut up and salt rubbed in it.
You have no faith, father.
Go then.
I can make the princess laugh. I can. Just wait.
The eldest brother set off at once for the castle, and he waited for the king and the princess near the church.
Who would like to try to make the princess laugh? You?
I would like to try to make the princess laugh.
Yes, that's all very well, but I must warn you. I'm afraid it will be of very little use, my man. There have been many here to try their luck, but my daughter is just as sad, and I'm afraid it is no good trying. I do not like to see any more suffer on that account.
Still, I would like to try.
Very well.
The first brother began to impersonate his drill sergeant. But within moments of starting, the king stopped him out of embarrassment.
Remove 3 strips of flesh from his back and rub salt in the wounds. You were terrible.
The first brother was removed from the town square and had 3 strips of skin removed. Before salt was rubbed into them. Back at the house, the father and his 2 sons waited for the eldest.
Do you think he has succeeded?
Him? No, not at all. He could make anyone laugh. Well, unless he told her of his intentions. I suppose that could be funny.
Be nice to your failure of a brother.
Yes, father.
Just then, the eldest brother came into the kitchen.
Speak of the sun, and it shines.
Is half the kingdom yours?
It's not funny. It hurt. There is no one who can make her laugh. If you think it's so funny, why don't you try?
I am pretty funny.
Then go.
Must I have 2 failures for sons?
Father!
I can make the princess laugh. Just the mere sight of my short leg will get her going.
And so the middle brother hobbled over to the palace as his brother did before him.
Who would like to try to make the princess laugh? Yes.
I would like to try to make the princess laugh.
It is unlikely you will succeed.
I believe that I can.
I pity you if you don't succeed, for we cut the strips broader and broader for everyone that tries.
Still, I would like to try.
Very well.
The middle brother began mock preaching and chanting, which eventually became a song as he hobbled around on his one bad leg. The king was reduced to a fit of laughter. But the princess remained unmoved. When the king regained his composure, he reluctantly sent off the young man to have his skin removed. Back at the little house, they awaited him.
Do you think he has succeeded?
Not a chance. He's lame.
I think he might do it.
Don't be dumb, Hans.
None of you stand a chance.
At least I tried. More than you can say.
Me try? Could you imagine? That might actually make her laugh.
What's so funny?
Father wooing the princess.
No one can make that girl laugh. It's not funny!
I can make her laugh.
You?
You could never make her laugh.
No, Hans, you are not allowed to go. You will most certainly fail, and I will not have you embarrass us any further.
But Father,
No, you cannot go.
I want to try.
What will you do? All you're good for is laying around like a cat, rooting about in the ashes of the hearth, or if we're lucky, some light wood cutting. How will you make her laugh?
I don't know, but I am going to try.
Fine, be a fool, embarrass this house even more.
Hans went to the palace like his brothers before him.
Who would like to try to make the princess laugh? You?
Your Grace, I am wondering if I could get a position in the castle.
What? Don't you want to make my daughter laugh?
Well, yes, everyone should laugh. But right now, I'm looking for a position.
There is no position available.
I can chop wood. Surely you need a woodcutter.
No, we have plenty woodcutters.
Well, how about someone to help with the cooking?
We have plenty kitchen staff.
Some sort of servant, perhaps.
Have you any training?
No.
Then no.
Surely there must be something.
Let's see. You look strong enough. Can you carry wood and water to the kitchens?
Yes, I am very strong.
Very well, if you wish. You can carry wood for the ovens and water for the cooking. Go to the kitchen, tell them you'll be helping them.
Thank you, Your Majesty. Hello. Are you the cook?
What does it look like?
Yes.
I'm the cook. What do you want?
I've been hired to help carry wood and water into the kitchen.
And
And I want to know where...
the food and the water is? Aren't you a smart one? The wood is in the wood. Where do you think it would be? And water. It comes from the well.
Thank you.
Many weeks passed, and soon it was very clear no one could make the princess laugh, and the suitors dwindled week after week. One Sunday, while Hans was in the woods fishing in a stream, he caught a small fish and saw something glittering in the distance.
What's that now?
Just as he spoke, an old woman came upon him with a golden goose at her side.
Hello, young man.
Good day. That is a very fine bird you've got there. Such splendid feathers. He shines a long way off. If I had feathers like that, I wouldn't need to chop firewood.
If you think so much of the goose, you should have it. Will you trade your fish for my goose?
This fish for that bird? What's wrong with it?
This is a magic goose. If anyone touches it, they will stick fast to it. If you say, if you'll come along, then hang on.
It's a deal. If it is as you say, I might use it instead of a fish hook.
Farewell.
Hans took his new prize and began to walk toward the castle, but it wasn't long before he came across another woman.
Young man,
Hello.
your bird is splendid. I must stroke it, may I?
Oh, yes, but you mustn't pluck off any of its feathers. If you'll come along, then hang on.
What's this?
Onward to the palace!
Hans took the bird and the poor woman who was stuck to it toward the town and collected as many people as he could. And soon they arrived at the blacksmith's quarters. They were met with a blast of heat and the sizzle of a sword the blacksmith was forging as he dropped it into its bath. Upon seeing the rabble, he burst into laughter and forgot his work.
What's this, then? Must be a new flock of geese for the princess. But who can tell which is goose and which is hanger? I suppose it must be the gander toddling out in front. Goosey! Goosey!
If you'll come along, then hang on.
Oh!
The procession then went out into the courtyard, near the church, and before anyone could react to it, the princess burst into laughter. And after the king's astonishment at hearing his daughter laugh, he joined her just as loudly.
Wait a bit, princess. You'll laugh still louder very soon.
They snaked their way, collecting everyone they could, and their final stop was the kitchen.
Hans! Just let me stroke that lovely bird of yours!
Rather, let her stroke me.
Very well.
What is it you say?
If you'll come along, then hang on.
The procession returned to the church, and at the sight of it, the king and princess fell to the ground, rolling around in a fit of laughter.
If you'll come along, then hang on. If you'll come along, then hang on.